Hello, 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 my amigos. Welcome one, welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of The Show with No Name. So get ready for liftoff. Here we go, amigos.
6, 5,
Oh, yeah,
4,
it's
3,
on.
2, 1, 0.
Let's do this.
Ignition. Liftoff.
All right, all right.
Liftoff. 30 minutes.
Come on, baby. Let's get this thing off the ground. Get up there. Yes. Get ready.
Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat.
Get ready for the ride of your life.
The show with no. It's show with no name time.
On Vaughn Radio.
It's the show with no name.
Let's go. Show with no name. Hello, amigos. Welcome one, welcome all. We've got an exciting English extravaganza in store for you today. Don't miss it. Tons of challenges to help you improve even your speaking. That's right. With our question of the week, you can work on your speaking. And anytime you repeat the vocabulary aloud or the structures aloud, you're working on your speaking. But again, that's in your hands, amigos. I can bring you right there. As we say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Now, I know with you guys, you've got that willpower. Esa fuerza de voluntad. We say willpower. Isn't that such a strong word? Willpower. Oh, man. And you guys, you're brimming with it. A rebosar. You're brimming. Well, hey, I'm wearing a hat, right? If you're watching the video, I'm wearing a hat. And I'm touching the brim of my hat, el visor. So if you're brimming, a rebosar, hasta arriba. Today's show is brimming with exciting challenges. You guys are brimming with energy and willpower. And of course, tonight is an awesome night, an exciting night. We're all going to be at Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. Guess who's hosting our upcoming Vaughn Radio Trivia Night?
Real pleasure to meet you.
You guessed it. None other than the one and only Richard Vaughn. Join us on Wednesday, December 13th at 8:30 p.m. We're going to have fun. We'll laugh. We'll play. You'll meet your favorite Vaughn Radio presenters and your fellow students. And there are even prizes for the winning team. So don't miss it. Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. Hosted by the one and only Richard Vaughn. Wednesday, December 13th at Roll Madrid, Calle de Amaniel 23. It's gonna be tons of fun. That's right, amigos. We'll all be there. It's this evening if you're tuned in live right now. And if not, you missed it. You'll have to go next year. I'm sure we're going to kick it off. I don't know about January, but I'm sure in February we'll be having another Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. But if you can make it this evening, if it's still not too late, we look forward to seeing each and every one of you, amigos. All right, well, let's kick off. As I know you guys love challenges, well, we can kick off with today's pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
Yeah, we're warming up for tonight.
Pop quiz.
A little trivia,
Pop quiz.
a couple challenges. Here we go.
Quiz.
Here we go.
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Come on.
Yeah.
Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. That's right. It's our pop quiz. And today it's coming from Inglés Gramática Fácil. Inglés Gramática Fácil. And it's a book, an awesome book available at the Von Tienda. It is full of exercises. But wait, before I give you that challenge, how can I forget? Guys, I want to hear from you. Well, today we're going to hear from my daughter, Lara, by the way. We've got a Learn with Lara lesson. It's lesson number 6 for those of you who are counting. And, today you're going to see how I fare, how I do in front of all my daughter's classmates. The good news, I know most of them and they know me. They were awesome. I also had the help of the teachers. So that's today. It was from when I visited them at their school for Thanksgiving. And I went and I told them a little bit about what we do at Thanksgiving, what we eat, what we're thankful for. It was a really nice experience, and I recorded it so you guys could hear it in this week's Learn with Lara lesson, which will be later on in today's show. But I want to hear from you too. So participate in our question of the week. Many of you have participated already. A nice round of applause for Chris, Chicago, Elena, Kubla, Laura, Maria Jose, Nuria, and Silvia. Thanks for participating. You guys, you have tomorrow, Thursday, to get it into me. If you send it to me on Friday, I can't guarantee it's going to be on the air. Kind of just depends what my Friday morning looks like. So, amigos, send us a 1-minute voice message telling us your first childhood memory. We'd love to hear it. And as I said earlier this week, you guys, wow, you've been doing a really wonderful job here on this section. So not just on this section, on all the sections. But since this is the newest one, the one where you have to vocalize, where you have to express yourself, well, this is the one where I'm really paying attention. Because as your teacher, I want to know that you can read and write, of course. But if you can't speak and you can read and write, then we're doing it wrong, right? So I want you to know how to read and write after you know how to speak. It's the logical order. It's the Vaughan way. And speaking of the Vaughan way, we're going to be taking a look at one of our materials from the Von Tienda. It's called Inglés Gramática Fácil. Inglés Gramática Fácil. And it doesn't mean that English grammar is easy. It means we make it easy for you as much as we possibly can. It comes with audio, as many of our materials do, and you can pick it up at vontienda.com. It's $20, well, right under $20, and it is awesome. You've got like some of the most important structures that you need to know, some of the biggest pitfalls or mistakes that people make, just so that you can avoid them as well. So you can pick it up at the Von Tienda or vontienda.com. If you live in one of the cities where we have offices, which are Bilbao, Valladolid, Zaragoza, Barcelona, Valencia, Santander, Vigo, and Madrid. All right, well, let's listen to this, and then I'll give you your mission.
Day 52. The more, the more. Listening challenge. The fewer people come, the less money we earn. The more he waits, the more nervous he gets. The better my grades, the happier my parents. The less you tell him, the better. The more you study, the more you learn. The heavier the suitcase, the more they charge you.
All right, my amigos, there you go. Now, this comes with all the explanations, and then you have some translations and some exercises just to make sure that you got it down pat, a la perfección. All right, let's warm up over here with some of these the more, right? Cuanto más, right? Let's see if you guys know them, and then I'll give you three. Let's start with some simple ones just to warm up. Cuanto más feo, mejor. Cuanto más feo, mejor. The uglier, the better. The uglier, the better. So, lo que podemos ver es cualquier adjetivo, entonces. The taller, the better. The shorter, the better. Lo único es que pasa si es un adjetivo con más de 2 sílabas. The more interesting, the better. O sea, se queda como es. Taller, more interesting. Acuérdate, cuando tiene, en general, tiene más de 2 sílabas, it's more in the comparative and the most in the superlative. Hey, this is gramática fácil. It's stuff you should know. And again, more than just know it, you should be able to translate these sentences, in a couple seconds, especially you guys knowing your level. Here's one. Lo decimos siempre. Cuanto más, mejor. The more, the better. Also, there's an expression we say when it comes to people. The more, the merrier. Hey, I'm having a party. Well, my cousin's in town. I don't want to leave my cousin home. Well, bring your cousin along. The more, the merrier. All right, here's another one. Cuanto más bebo, más me emborracho. I guess that's a true statement, right, for anybody. Cuanto más bebo, más me emborracho. The more I drink, the drunker I get. The more I drink, the drunker I get. All right, the next one. Cuanto antes, mejor. Cuanto antes, mejor. The sooner, the better. The sooner, the better. This is frase hecha. All right, let's see. Cuanto más te enseño, mejor hablas. Cuanto más te enseño, mejor hablas. The more I teach you, the better you speak. All right. This one's a little bit different. This has no matter. A ver si te lo sabes. Te respaldaré, pase lo que pase. Te respaldaré, pase lo que pase. I'll back you up no matter what happens. Or you can say no matter what, a secas. No matter what, I'll back you up. Respaldar. I'll back you up. All right, another one. We're warming up good here. Let's go with some quantifiers if you know your countables versus your uncountable nouns. Cuanto menos cigarros fumas, menos toserás. Cuantos menos, me salté una S. Cuantos menos cigarros fumas, menos toserás. Ah, ya no es the more. Ajá, ¿qué ha pasado? Pues ahora pensamos, ¿son contables cigarros? Claro. Entonces es less or fewer. Fewer. Para contable, fewer. Aunque muchos americanos dicen, there's less people. Sería fewer. No les corrijas, pero just so you know. FYI. So the fewer cigarettes you smoke, the less you'll cough. And just be careful, that O-U-G-H sounds like an F. Cough, off. Como la palabra off, apagado, cough. All right. So far, so good. Por muy a menudo que lo hagas, no lo harás mejor. Me ha costado esa en español. Otra con no matter. So we're looking at the more, and no matter. No importa, da igual cuánto se lo preguntas. No matter how many times you ask her, she's going to turn you down. So, por muy a menudo que lo hagas, no lo harás mejor. Por muy a menudo que lo hagas, no lo harás mejor. No matter how often you do it, yo no pronuncio esa T. Hay gente que sí, often. Yo no. No matter how often, es que me cuesta. I would say no matter how often you do it, you won't do it better. You won't do it better. All right, one more. And then I'm going to give you the 3 that I've got for you here in your challenge. But I like to warm you up a little bit. Cuanto más trabajo, menos eficaz soy. Cuanto más trabajo, menos eficaz soy. All right. Have you got it there? The more I work, the less effective I am. The more I work, the less effective I am. All right. Now it's time for your challenge, amigos. The first one, I'm going to give you 3 altogether. Here we go. Number 1. Cuanto más grande es un tomate, peor sabe. Cuanto más grande un tomate, peor sabe. Number 2. Vendrán, pase lo que pase. Vendrán, pase lo que pase. All right. And the last one. Por mucho que ayudes, él no lo agrada. Me cuesta esta palabra siempre, ¿eh? Para que veas, todos somos imperfectos. I've been speaking your language for 46 freaking years. Y no me sale agradecerá. That's as fast as I can go there. So, por mucho que ayudes, él no lo agradecerá. I got it there that last time. Well, hey, it just goes to show. Eso demuestra. It just goes to show. Practice makes perfect. All right, let's see how you guys did on the more. These are from the Focus translation lists, but you can also get these specifically from Inglés, Gramática Fácil, Ejercicios. It's one of our books that's written by Claudia Martinez, another polyglot, amazing person. Claudia is just a wonderful individual. She has written so many materials. She speaks German, Spanish, English. I mean, she is awesome. A shout out to Claudia. I'm sure many of you know her. You've heard her on many of our materials, along with Julia. We just heard Julia Nowitzki, who used to host a show and did many, many things here at Vaughn. That's what I always say. People who may have come and gone, which this is life, right? Here I go with my cereal box philosophy. But everybody who has come through Vaughn has left their mark, including you guys, my students. You guys have left your mark as well. And you continue to leave your mark. And not only are you leaving your mark, but I honestly think you guys are inspiring other people. So maybe people who knew you before are saying, wait a second, I can do this. You know, I got to say, I've seen it firsthand, how Spain went from a country that's like, English? No. People would literally hide from me. se escondían cuando decía la palabra. And now, people are like, oh, I like it. I like to do this in English. I'm telling you, collectively, I think you guys, us here at Vaughn, we have turned the tide. The tide is la marea, right? And turn the tide, dar la vuelta, la tortilla, la situación. And I think that's wonderful, not for us so much as the next generation. They're going to have it easier. Speaking of easier, inglés, gramática fácil, ejercicios. Let's take a look at the 3 translations we had in our pop quiz. I see we've got a lot of people participating. Wonderful job, show with no namers. Awesome. All right. The first one. Cuanto más grande es un tomate, peor sabe. That's not always true, I got to say. You got to know your tomatoes. But even when you know your tomatoes, and sometimes you get them home and you're like, this doesn't taste like anything. Looks nice, but that's not enough. Unless you're British, then you don't say tomato, like those silly Americans. You say tomato. So the bigger a tomato is, the worse it tastes. It's not worst. It's not el peor. It's the worse it tastes. Just write that down. That's a common mistake there. I feel worse than yesterday. This is the worst day by far. No, ponlo en contexto, así lo tienes. Vamos a decir que estás malito, es el peor día. I feel a lot worse, sin te. I feel a lot worse than yesterday. I feel like this is the worst day ever. All right? Just saying, because I've seen students trip up over there. So the bigger a tomato is, the worse it tastes. Number 1. Number 2. Vendrán, pase lo que pase. Vendrán, pase lo que pase. They'll come no matter what happens. They'll come no matter what happens. Number 2. Again, you can take the happens right out. And you can just say, they'll come no matter what. I'll be there no matter what. Una expresión que se me ocurre es, come hell or high water. O sea, si hay infierno o si hay inundaciones, estaré ahí. I'll be there, come hell or high water. Toma, totally native expression. All right, and the last one. Por mucho que ayudes, él no lo agradecerá. Me ha costado, pero me ha salido. I got it out there. No matter how much you help, he won't appreciate it. No matter how much you help, he won't appreciate it. There we go. Show with no namers. Awesome job in our pop quiz. We're going to a quick commercial break in a moment, but when we come back, we're going to take a look at today's Say What soundbite. We've got so many more challenges as well. We've got movies, music, jokes, because as you know, we believe in learning with a little bit of pop culture, a dash, una pizca, a dash of pop culture, and a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun. Reminds me of a Led Zeppelin song. Got a whole lot of love, got a whole lot of love, gonna have a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of, muchísima, y a lot of, se dice como a lotta. Mira la canción, pone whole lot of love, muchísimo amor. We got a whole lot of love. Folks, we are going to a quick one. The good news, we'll be right back with so much more. Oh, and how can I forget? As I said, we're going to learn with my daughter and her classmates today. Not only will you learn, but it will melt your heart. Oh, just beautiful to see how these kids are excited about learning and asking questions. Curious little creatures. Hey, like you guys, like me. That's something we all have in common. Folks, we'll be right back with the rest of today's Show with No Name. So, stick around. Welcome back. Part 2 of today's Show with No Name on Vaughn Radio. Hope you are feeling that holiday vibe and you're in the holiday spirit. All right. I'm dreaming of a Vaughn Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where English is exciting and we keep fighting to kill this border. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the reprise is you guys. Ready? And we're going to bring it back. This is your turn, folks. I'm dreaming. Sing it. Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Oh, yeah. We are in the holiday spirit. I'm dreaming of a fun Christmas. This is the way I love to learn, where the class is exciting and we keep fighting to make English awesome. Wow. Menos mal que nos dedicamos a la enseñanza y no al canto. Aprovecha nuestras super ofertas durante este holiday season. Descubre nuestros cursos intensivos de Navidad y podrás tener la flexibilidad total. Inglés emocionante a tu medida con Vaughan. Más información en grupovaughan.com o llámanos al 911-385831 y síguenos en las redes. 'Tis the season to learn English. La 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 la. All right, amigos. Find out more at our website and follow us on social media. But right now, it's time for... Say what? What? Huh? Huh? That's right, amigos. Welcome to our Say What soundbite here on the show with no name. You're going to hear this soundbite 4 times, and I'm going to apologize in advance. Now, don't shoot the messenger, but man, this one is tough, really tough. I usually avoid that word and I say challenging, but no, tough. We'll see if anybody has got what it takes to give us the scoop. La primicia, you say? Primicia? La información, the scoop. I'm going to play it for you 4 times. I'll play it for you twice now. And at first, I just want to know what you heard in your own words, in your best English possible. And even if you're not participating live, even if you're listening right now, after you listen to it, say it aloud. Even if you don't write it down, say, well, I think it's a guy who's complaining about the weather because he says it's been raining for 3 months. I mean, even if you don't write it down, even if you don't participate, via text or in the group, say it. Do that part at least. I think that's probably one of the most important parts. All right, my amigos, good luck. I'm normally a nice guy. Well, today I'm not. But this is also, I don't want to say too much. This is also, I'll say this is infamous. It's both famous and infamous at the same time. Here it is. This is the Say What soundbite for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Hello. Number 17 Cherry Tree Line, you say? All right, come on with me. This here's Cherry Tree Line. Nice little spot, you might say. Number 17's just down a bit.
Oh my God. Okay. Hey, I told you. It was coming. I tried to forewarn you. Prevenirte. But some things, no matter how much you forewarn somebody, it's not going to make it easier. All right. Well, let me give it to you a second time. But always remember this. No matter how hard it is, no matter whatever challenge, not just this, the double trouble or anything, we always break it down afterwards. No, lo desglosamos. We simplify it, right? We break it down. So don't fret. Don't get worried. And even if you make a mistake, well, isn't that the idea? Isn't that how we improve? All right, here's your Say What soundbite, your tough Say What soundbite for the second time.
Oh, it's you. Hello. Number 17 Cherry Tree Line, you say? All right, come on with me. This here's Cherry Tree Line. Nice little spot, you might say. Number 17's just down a bit.
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughan Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughan Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughan.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughan Town. That's right, folks. More information about Vaughan Town and all our other amazing programs over at grupovaughan.com, which is our website, grupovaughan.com. And if you want more information, you can always reach out on social media. There's always somebody there who will answer your question, or at least give you the phone number or the email address that you'll need to get in touch with the corresponding department. I can give you the phone number if you guys use the phone. Our phone number is 911-385831. Again, another way is to obviously reach out on social media. All right, we've got a lot to do, and we're going to do things a little bit out of order. We're going to shake it up today because today we've got the Learn with Lara lesson. So we're going to the movies. Name that movie. That's right, amigos. It's Name That Movie, only on the show with no name. All right, let's take a look and see what we've got here. I'm going to give you the trailer, well, the synopsis on IMDb, which, by the way, I've told you guys many times, just so you know, I get everything, all the content, well, the English content I come up with myself. Oh, quiero enseñar esto, quiero enseñar lo otro. But the text, the behind the scenes information, the synopsis, what year it came out, the actors, all that jazz on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database. You can't consider yourself a movie buff and not visit that site regularly. All right, here we go. I think this one's going to be pretty easy. Maybe this is to make up for our very tricky Say What soundbite. All right, here we go, my amigos. A suit-wearing, briefcase-carrying baby pairs up with his 7-year-old brother to stop the dastardly plot of the CEO of Puppy Co. Not Poopy. Poopy es caca. Puppy cachorro. Somebody please remind my wife that. Well, I'm just saying. It's one of those ones, I think there's even in the movie, there's a movie called Spanglish where there's some confusion. Maybe it's even with Penelope Cruz. I remember reading something like that. Like there was some kind of movie, and there was a scene where she says poopy instead of pup. She says puppy, or no, she says poopy instead of puppy. But I'll tell you something. My wife did it first. Yeah. I hadn't seen the movie, and my wife hadn't seen the movie. So a suit wearing, so somebody who's a suit wearing, que suele llevar traje, a suit wearing, briefcase carrying baby. And a briefcase es un maletín, a briefcase. So a suitcase is the big one, a briefcase is the smaller one, a carry-on is the middle-sized one, the one that you carry on the plane. And baggage or luggage, it encompasses everything in this category. Pero cuidado, no es baggage, it's baggage. Rima con bridge. Let me see your luggage. Let me see your baggage. Dilo conmigo, por favor. Luggage, baggage. Hazte una lista de palabras con terminación age, como language, y asegúrate que cuando las digas riman con la palabra puente. Y si no, you're not saying it right, because it's not language, it's language, right? Village, no village. Village. When I hear people say village, village, I think of voyage, village. I don't know, it just sounds like a French word almost to me. We are going to the village. So these are the reason we're laughing at these and bringing them up is so you can avoid falling into these traps in the future. Because believe me, that aje, oof, man. So a briefcase carrying baby pairs up with, to pair up with is unirse con, hacer una pareja, think about it, pairs up with his 7-year-old brother, su hermano de 7 años, to stop the dastardly plot, and the word plot is complot, parecido, ¿no? Un complot, a plot. And the word dastardly, pues no me lo sé en español. Give me a second. Cruel. So, yeah. Mean and cowardly. Cruel. Vil. Do you guys know Los Autos Locos? My daughter does. We call them wacky races. El nombre es igual, pero su nombre, el malo, is Dick Dastardly. Oye, te digo algo, you guys are going to crack up. I forget the dog's name now. Oh, man. We were watching it this past weekend. Wacky races, Los Autos Locos. Oh, man. I forgot how much I loved them. My wife, my daughter, all three of us were glued to it. We're like, and then my wife told me, I can't remember his name now, but what you guys call Dick Dastardly. Pues dastardly is mean and cowardly. O sea, es cruel, pero es también cobarde. It's the perfect name for that character. Dick Dastardly, el malo de los autos locos. Que wacky es chiflado, o sea, autos, coches chiflados. So to stop the dastardly plot of the CEO of Puppy Co., and Co. is another way of saying company, and we don't say, cuidado, 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 cuidado. We don't say feo. I've heard people say feo so many times, and it's not feo, it's CEO. Decimos las tres letras tal como las oyes. All right, let's see. The movie is Boss Baby. I live with Boss Baby. Yeah, I'm serious. I live with Boss Baby. Trust me. She knows it too. One time she said to me, I am the boss. I'm like, you say that with some tremendous conviction. I'm like, for somebody who's not really the boss. So Boss Baby, you say Jefe Bebe, same name, right? Boss Baby. Let's take a look at the scene that I've chosen for you. Tim and Boss Baby are riding a bicycle with training wheels. Now, training wheels are estas rueditas que pones until they know how to keep their balance and pedal. They're training wheels, de formación, de entrenar, right? So they're riding a bicycle with training wheels, going after their parents. Van detrás de sus padres. No es parents, es parents, o folks, si es más fácil, who are on their way to the airport while being chased by Eugene. Perseguidos por, chased by Eugene. And Boss Baby says, Tim, you got to go faster. Tienes que ir más rápido. And Tim says, I can't do it. And Boss Baby says, yes, you can. And he leaps up. To leap is to jump, like a frog. He leaps up onto Tim's shoulder. No, al hombro. This sounds very familiar. And then Boss Baby says, you've got it in you, Templeton. Lo tienes dentro, ¿no? Tienes la madera. Tienes lo que requiere. You've got it in you. Tú puedes, Templeton. Now, eyes ahead. Mira hacia adelante. I said eyes ahead, son. Ojos adelante, hijo. And he says, buttocks up. Culo hacia arriba. Buttocks is another way of saying culo, buttocks. Normally we say butt, que es el corto de eso, pero buttocks is like a scientific word. Buttocks up. Now, pedal like you mean it. Pedalea como si, no, en serio. Pedal like you mean it. Hazlo en serio. And then he says, either you run the day or the day runs you. Dice, o manejas el día o el día hace lo que quiere contigo. It reminds me of the famous quote from the Muse song, Knights of Sidonia. Don't waste time or time will waste you. And I've never heard truer words in my life. Don't waste time or time will waste you. Put that on your gravestone, right? En la tumba. So he goes, either you run the day or the day runs you. And then Boss Baby, as Tim starts pedaling faster, empieza a pedalear más rápido, and Eugene almost catches them. Okay, casi les pilla, les alcanza, to catch up with or to catch them. But Boss Baby dodges his grasp. And to dodge, que es una marca de coche, dodge es esquivar. So he dodges his grasp. And his grasp is his grip, su agarre, grasp. He dodges his grasp and they get further away, se alejan. Now, technically, farther es para distancias físicas. And further is, más allá en el futuro, no más figurativo, in a figurative sense, right? However, we use them interchangeably. If you noticed here, it should be farther, but it says further. Again, we're not splitting hairs. If you understood me, if I say further or farther. But if you want to split hairs, buscarle tres patas al gato, rizar el rizo, then further is, well, further down the road, you'll be a man. And a little bit farther down the road, there's a gas station. That would be the difference. Again, further, farther. Just make sure whichever one you say, you're pronouncing it correctly. La U is further, como si fuera una E, and the other one's farther. Okay? So where was I here? So he dodges his grasp, and they get further away, or farther, debería ser. Good. The bicycle's training wheels break off. Se rompen las rueditas estas. The training wheels break off. And Boss Baby says, uh-oh. Famous last words. Uh-oh. And Tim says, whoa, my training wheels. I can't ride without my training wheels. Ride is an irregular verb. Ride, rode, ridden. I can't ride without my training wheels. And then Boss Baby says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Right? Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Now, if you notice, what do we do with can't? Ponemos más acentos. Listen to when I answer. Ask me if I can speak Spanish. Alberto, can you speak Spanish? No he dicho can en ningún momento. Ask me if I can. Can you? Alberto, can you? I don't say can. I say, can you? Can you speak Spanish? Can you? Can you? It's not important. Now, if I answer, I'll say, yes, I can speak Spanish. Yes, I can speak it. Yeah. No, I can't speak Spanish. ¿Ves lo que pasa ahí? Ahora es muy importante darle al no solo la T al final, pero hay una diferencia en cómo, ¿no? In how we emphasize the word. So pay attention to that when you're looking at can and can't. So he goes, whoa, my training wheels. I can't ride without, can't. Es muy importante. I can't ride without my training wheels. Whether you think you can or you think you can't. ¿Ves? Otra vez, le das a esa A y el otro lo pasas por encima. You're right. O sea, de todos modos tienes razón. Si crees que puedes hacerlo, lo vas a poder hacer. Si crees que no. And Tim says, oh, what are you talking about? And Boss Baby gets all philosophical and says, the path to success is not a straight line. El camino al éxito no es una línea recta, Templeton, but rather, sino, a wild ride, like a ship at sea, como una nave en el mar. And you're a sea captain, taming. To tame es domesticando, haciendo algo manso, taming a turbulent ocean. Turbulento, sé que lo sabéis, pero ojo, no es turbulent, it's turbulent. La U es U y la primera suena como una E. Turbulent. So taming a turbulent ocean. And then the scene transforms from a suburb to an ocean with Tim and Boss Baby riding a boat. And Tim says, I'm a sea captain, taming the ocean. He starts to believe it. And they evade, another way of saying dodge, esquivar, evitar, evadir, the incoming whale. Good. And then he says, tree, I'm going to hit it. Le voy a dar al árbol. And Boss Baby says, aim for failure and you'll always succeed. Si tu meta, si apuntas al fracaso, siempre vas a tener éxito. And he says, what? And Boss Baby says, aim away from failure. Aim away from failure. So aim, otra vez, a lo mejor lo sabes de esta expresión. Ready, aim, fire. So aim es apuntar. My aim is mi objetivo, right? So if you notice here, they say, my aim, she says, aim away from failure. O sea, no apuntes hacia el fracaso. And Tim steers away from the tree. To steer es manejar el volante, o en este caso, the handlebars, el manillar, you say? And he steers away from the tree, and then they're back in the suburbs again. And Tim says, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And they travel through a forest with Eugene close behind, and he's smashing past the trees. And then Boss Baby says, once success is a habit, el momento que el éxito es un hábito, once success is a habit, then it's all down. And then they both scream, hill! And hill es una colina. So de repente llegan a una colina. But also the expression to go downhill is va patas arriba, va cuesta abajo. I think you say something similar. Oh man, his health really went downhill. It took a turn for the worse. And did you guys ever imagine that you'd be learning with Boss Baby? Oh yeah. And later we're going to learn more with Boss Baby. Yeah, well, the little Boss Baby that lives with me, Lara. That's right, folks. In the second half of today's show, we're going to learn with Lara and the rest of her class. We've got to listen to our Say What soundbite. We've got jokes, famous birthdays, name that lyric. Man, we've got a lot of stuff to cover. And don't forget, guys, send me your question of the week answers by the end of tomorrow. Do it today. Get it out of the way. Why put it off? Tell us your earliest memory, and you can send it to my email address. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. All right, folks, we'll be right back with the rest of today's show. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to part 3 of today's show with No Name on Vaughn Radio. And it's a wonderful day to learn English, to laugh, and to have some fun with us. And when I say us, I mean all of us. You can start your day with the Pro Bow Show with Rob Grams. You've got Richard Vaughn Live. Don't forget about Fitz and his program, No Excuses. You've got Ximena Holiday and Test Your English. The Lunchtime Show with Rob and Andy. Ruby's Speak Up. Let's Get Random with Jules Linares. The Salad with Dave Boys. Drive Time with Kyle Miller. Frankly Speaking with Chris Frank. And last but not least, the host of this evening's trivia night, the one and only Richard Vaughn and his program, Richard Vaughn Live. I hope you guys will join us this evening at Roll Madrid. It's going to kick off at 8:30, but I recommend you get there around 8. I know I'm going to be getting there around 8 myself. I'm an early bird. When I was younger, I believed in the concept of being fashionably late. Now I think fashionably late is just a code word for absolutely rude. Well, hey, I'm not saying don't waste your own time, just don't waste other people's time. And speaking of time, we don't have much time to waste. So let's kick off with Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, it's homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. Show with no name. Show with homophones.
That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And I'm going to give you 2 words right now. We'll see if you're familiar with the words. And then I want to know if they sound exactly the same or not. And even though I knew the second word in Spanish, I have to look it up again. Yeah. Well, listen, it happens sometimes. So the first word is pretty easy. The first word is cortar. I mean, there's not too much around it. It's cortar, recortar. It's got obviously many uses in English, that word, aside from just literalmente cortar algo. Cortar el rollo, cut the crap. I just said the word. Well, let's see if you were paying attention. So the first word, I know you're familiar with it. I just need to know if you know how it's pronounced, and if you know if it's pronounced like our second word, which I think you may or may not know now that I think about it. Okay, so the first word, cortar. Hacer incisión. Reducir. También es cortarse. Tajo. También. Porción o mi parte. Yo no he recibido mi porción, mi parte. También it's used in cinema. We just did Name That Movie. El director dice, corta, corte. I think corta o corte. Here it says corte. Corte, vamos a repetir la escena. Oh, de toda la vida pensaba que era corta. You never know. Quizás soy un poco corto. All right, and the second word is a small bed. And it's a good one to know. Let's put it this way. If you're traveling and you're looking for lodging es alojamiento. You're traveling and you're looking for some lodging, and you're realizing, oh, man, if we get another room, it's going to be pretty expensive. But if we can get an extra bed, one of those small beds that they can bring into the room and it's foldable, plegable, or, portable, well, then we're good. Now, you call it, here it says catre. I do remember looking at the word, but I had forgotten it. Catre. It's a portable bed. It's also, they're used in the military, right? You can fold it up and pop, there it is. Yeah. Small, usually they're narrow as well. They're foldable, they're narrow, they're smaller than a normal bed. But good to know because, again, you can save a lot of money at a hotel, especially if, you're staying one night or something. You can ask for one of these, and usually it's a lot cheaper. Sometimes they give it to you as a courtesy, and other times it costs a little. It's an upgrade. But the point is, it's better than getting two rooms, especially if you don't mind sleeping in the same room. I get it if you're traveling in business and you don't want to sleep, in the same room as somebody you work with. But with your family, with your friends, who cares? Okay, I'll sleep on the floor. I don't care. Not true. Not these days. Now I'm an old man. All right, so the second word is catre. Okay, it's a small little portable bed. Not to be confused with a stretcher. A stretcher, un estirador, is a camilla. That's the one that they use when people get injured. Like, so I'm thinking of a soccer game. Somebody gets injured, they take them out on a camilla. That's a stretcher. A little bit different there. Okay. All right, my amigos, let's listen to our Say What soundbite while you guys are thinking that through. Here's your Say What soundbite for the third time.
Oh, it's you. Hello. Number 17 cherry tree line, you say? All right, come on with me. This here's cherry tree line. Nice little spot, you might say. Number 17's just down a bit.
All right, and I'm going to give it to you one more time. I'll give it to you now all four times, and we'll see if anybody can get it. Just because we're doing things a little bit out of order today, but as I said, we're going to be learning with Lara in no time. En un santiamén.
Oh, it's you. Hello. Number 17 cherry tree line, you say? All right, come on with me. This here's cherry tree line. Nice little spot, you might say. Number 17's just down a bit.
Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831. Or you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you. All right. More information at our website, grupovaughn.com. And remember, take advantage of these special Christmas deals that we've got going on right now. It's when you have a little extra time and everybody could use a little extra cash in their pocket. And that's what those discounts do. So when you go have that coffee with your new friends, your new fellow students, you're not thinking, oh man, I just had the class and go out. You're thinking, oh, I got a little break. And it's nice to get a little break from time to time. All right, well, I've given you a little break to figure out today's homophones. The first word is the word cut. Say it with me. Cut. And again, it's not just cut, cortar. Cut it out. Basta ya. Cut the crap, right? We need to cut back on our expenses. Recortar. So it's a very, very rich word. And the good news, you know how it conjugates? Cut. So that's easy. Once you know how to pronounce it, you know how to pronounce it in all its incarnations, right? So Say it with me. Cut. Let's rhyme some words. That's a good exercise too. Cut. Butt. We talked about buttocks before, but. Cut. But. Rut. I'm in a rut. Estoy en un mal periodo. No salgo. I'm in a rut because I got cut in the butt. So I shut my mouth. Shut. But. I'm thinking of more. Well, you catch my drift, right? And if you can't think of any, if you draw a blank, just put words that rhyme with cut. Google it, and Google will do the work for you. All right, so cut. The second word is caught. Caught. Ah. So cut, caught. Cut. He cut the cot. Cortó la camilla. He cut the cot. They are not homophones. And I've got a question. What about gato? Does that fit in anywhere over there? So we've got cut, which we said rhymes with butt, mutt, que es un chucho, un perro de la calle. A mutt, cut, butt, rut, we said. The second one, cot, bot, like a robot, bot, or on the internet, bot. Hot, tot, que es un chiquitín, un niño, cot. So they don't sound the same. And what about the third one then? Gato. That doesn't sound like it either. So none of those words sound the same. And while we're at it, we'll rhyme some words with cat too. Cat, fat, bat, mat, right? So if you can do that, then what you're doing is not just practicing one word, you're practicing repeating that sound. And that's a sound that you'll find over and over in the English language. So the sooner you've got it down pat, then you'll be able to pronounce cat and rat and bat, and you won't mix it up with cot, which rhymes with bot, and lot, descampado, which doesn't rhyme with cut, but, or mutt. So there you go, my amigos. Great job. It's time for your joking.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking. That's right, amigos. That's right. You're joking only on the show with no name. And here's where we take a look at some jokes. And hopefully you guys will get a kick out of these jokes. Que disfrutaréis con estos chistes. All right, let's see. The first one, if you get the jokes, great. You can explain them to us here in the group, or you can just have the satisfaction of knowing that you knew the joke, you got the joke, and it didn't go over your head. And if you didn't get it, don't worry, because I am going to help you out with that double meaning before the end of it. All right, so why was the firefighter raising his hand in class? Firefighter, bombero. Why was the firefighter raising his hand in class? Easy. He had a burning question. He had a burning question. No, a burning. All right, well, to burn is quemar, arder, right? And a burning question is an urgent question. Cuestión, it says candente. So tiene sentido. Candente es como candela, no? From fire. So it makes sense. It's the same. So I have this burning question. That means me está matando por dentro. Tengo que saberlo. It's, prioritario. Apremiante. Pregunta apremiante, it says here. It says tema prioritario, cuestión candente, right? The matter at hand, the burning question. Just be careful. We don't pronounce that word barn. Barn es granero, and please don't burn the barn. Please don't burn the barn. So you get it now? Why was the firefighter raising his hand in class? He had a burning question. Okay. What did the pyromaniac say to his girlfriend? What did the pyromaniac say to his girlfriend? We're a perfect match. No. We're a perfect match. A match is una cerilla, and a match is una pareja. You're a perfect match. O como decimos, a match made in heaven. Una pareja perfecta. You get it? What did the pyromaniac say to his girlfriend? We're a perfect match. And what did she answer? You set my heart on fire. All right. Okay, all right. I've got some more for you. Are you keeping up with me here? All right, good. What do you call a woman who puts her credit card statements into the fire? Okay, what do you call a woman who puts her credit card statements, and a credit card statement is, look at la factura que te viene, you know, it tells you what you spent, and all that jazz. So I'm thinking of the word here, because a statement is una afirmación, but let's look at it. That would be a good double trouble. De hecho, lo voy a apuntar. Statement. You can expect that in the future. Declaración, afirmación. Y luego es resumen o extracto. You can expect that one because I just wrote it down. I just wrote that statement down. So, what do you call a woman who puts her credit card statements right into the fire? Bernadette. No? Bernadette. Do you get it? At least burn a debt. Well, it's not a common name these days. I got to be honest. You don't hear the name Bernadette very often. At least I haven't heard it very often. Bernadette. I think at my mom's church there was a couple Bernadettes, but it's not a name that's very common, but it was. But do you get the double meaning? Burn a debt. Quemar una deuda. Bernadette. Bueno, la B es muda. It's not debt, it's debt. O sea, suena como D-E-T. Bernadette. All right. Fine. One more. But it's got a double punchline. Are you ready for this one? What do you call a jacket that goes up in flames? What do you call a jacket that goes up in flames? A lit blazer. You get it? A lit blazer. No? A lit blazer? All right. Well, a blazer, a blazer. Well, also a blaze is a big fire. So a blazer. But what about that word lit? Well, that's a word that means encendido, or at least it did. But now in the modern vernacular, what young people are using, lit means awesome, cool. Oh man, how was the party? It was lit. It was awesome. It was really cool. So you get it? What do you call a jacket that goes up in flames? A lit blazer. Hey, well, where do you think these kids get that language from? Obviously from music.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is. No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name.
Yes, that's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric only on the show with no name. And let's take a look at today's Name That Lyric. And then we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll come back with famous birthdays. We also have to solve our Say What soundbite, and we've got Learn with Lara. So we've got a lot of stuff to do, amigos. But let me give you today's song. Pues no sé de dónde vienen. Okay. Pero sé que vienen. Espero que vengan a por mí. No sé cómo lo hacen, pero sí que lo hacen bien. Espero que lo estén haciendo gratis. Me dan, y no sé cómo se traduce esto en español. Let's see. I don't know if there is a translation. Let's see. It's a disease. It's a bacterial infection that you can get when a cat scratches you or bites you. Okay? And it's a very logical name in English. I'll give you the name of the song. It's Cat Scratch Fever. Yeah, cat scratch fever. I'm looking over here and it doesn't, this cat scratch. See, I've never had a cat before, so I don't know about this, but cat scratch fever. Well, let's just say you come across it. I mean, I knew it because of the song. It's Ted Nugent, by the way. If you like guitars, 70s, like Americana, hard, awesome guitar riffs, Ted Nugent. He's awesome. So, cat scratch fever, que literalmente hemos visto la palabra cat, que ya lo sabéis pronunciar, ¿no? Perfectamente, y no lo confundéis con cut ni cut. Well, cat scratch fever is an infectious disease occurring after a scratch by a cat's claw, a splinter, or a thorn. So you can get it from astilla, a splinter, or a thorn from a rose, no estos cosas que pican en una rosa. So see, even if you didn't know what the word was, just by looking it up, well, you learn a claw, la garra, a splinter, a thorn. Reminds me of another song. Every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn. So it's Ted Nugent. The song is called Cat Scratch Fever. I think I've told you guys about this song before. If you haven't heard it, you know what? I guarantee when I play it now, you're going to be like, oh, I think I've heard this somewhere before. It's got that 70s rock feel to it. And Ted Nugent is like that all-American, rocker. You just look at the guy and you're like, man. And this was one of his most famous songs, Cat Scratch Fever. It came out in 1977. I can tell you that was 46 years ago. Not because I'm good at math, because this song is as old as I am. But it's still an amazing song. In fact, IMO, in my opinion, it's absolutely timeless, especially if that guitar riff gets you every time. If you've got guitar riff fever. So this is a classic to go to our final commercial break. When we come back, we've got a lot of stuff to do, as I said. So you guys don't want to go too far. We're going to learn with my daughter. Plus, we have to wrap up some things. Dejar unas cosas finiquitadas. So let's go to our fourth commercial break, rocking out to Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever. Wow, come on. All right, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed Cat Scratch Fever. I don't know about you guys, but when I hear those guitar riffs, I get excited. I don't mean in a sexual, well, hey, a little bit. I don't want to get into it, but having music on and not having music on and what kind of music you're listening to when you're doing what you do, it does make a difference. Correct me if I'm wrong here. It sets the mood. Music, candles, you know the deal. Come on, guys. You couldn't tell? I'm a hopeless romantic. Welcome back, folks. This is part 4 of today's show, and we've got so much to do. So we are going to kick off with today's famous birthday trivia, amigos.
Birthdays for you. Birthdays for me. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Birthdays for him. Birthdays for her. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. Today's famous birthdays. Let's see if you know who today's birthday boys and girls are. The first person was born in 1957 today. An American actor and director. I think this guy is one of the most talented actors. I think he's an awesome dude as well, even though I've never met him in person. He's got an Italian last name, so he's got Italian descent. He's been in many movies, but many people first recognized him as a celebrity after Mr. Pink in Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. That was in 1992. But then, since then, he's just been in so many movies. Desperado, Con Air, Armageddon, Ghost World. He's worked with the Coen brothers many, many times. He was in The Big Lebowski. He was in Fargo, Airheads, The Wedding Singer, Boardwalk Empire, and also Boss Baby, which was today's Name That Movie. Oh, and the guy's a firefighter. He's a New York NYFD, New York Fire Department firefighter who actually on September 11th went down to the World Trade Center and he joined his team. Even though he was retired at the time and he wasn't working, he grabbed his gear and he went down there, and he didn't want any cameras either. When they were like, oh my God, it's that famous actor that used to be a fireman. You can say fireman or firefighter. So I guess that's why we looked at some fire jokes. He's also in the Hotel Transylvania film franchise. I mean, the guy's constantly working, and I think he's tremendous. I think he's a great actor, and he's funny. He's a funny-looking guy, even though he's played very serious roles. Number 2, this person was born in 1948, an American musician, guitarist, and also a political activist. You might know his biggest hit, Cat Scratch Fever. Were you paying attention? Well, I just said it like moments ago. Cat Scratch Fever. Yeah. Were you paying attention to the guy's name? He was also in the group, the super group, I remember them too, Damn Yankees. And they had a song, a really cool song called High Enough. Can you take me high enough? So that is number 2. And number 3, this guy is one of the most talented actors, singer, dancers. He's been in everything out there, including Mary Poppins. But even though everybody loves that movie and loves him, his accent is notoriously bad in that movie. All right, we've got some winners, it seems, here. Number 1, actor Steve Buscemi. Actor Steve Buscemi is number 1. Number 2 is Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent, the guy who did Cat Scratch Fever, which if you haven't heard it, well, we just played it. You should listen to the rest of it. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a guitar lover like I am. Ted Nugent. And last but not least, Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke. And that brings us over to today's Say What soundbite. This is Dick Van Dyke in the movie Mary Poppins. And here he says, "Oh, it's you. Hello. Number 17 Cherry Tree Lane, you say?" It's an address. Number 17 Cherry Tree Lane, you say? All right. Come along with me. This here is Cherry Tree Lane. This here is Cherry Tree Lane. A nice little spot, you might say. Un buen sitio. Number 17 is just down a bit. So I know you know all those words, but this is Dick Van Dyke famously butchering the English language, the British English language.
Oh, it's you. Hello. Number 17 Cherry Tree Line, you say? All right, come along with me. This here's Cherry Tree Line. Nice little spot, you might say. Number 17's just down a bit.
All right, folks, and now it's time for Learn with Lara, Lesson 6. Get ready to learn with Lara.
That's me. Come on. Let's go, amigos.
Okay, hello, everybody. Hola.
Hello.
Good morning. ¿Qué significa good morning? Hola, buenos días. Muy bien. Good morning. Well, today is a special day. ¿Qué acabo de decir? Today is a special day. Un día especial. Thank you. En mi país. Ahora, ¿sabéis de qué país soy yo? Do you know where I'm from? No, I live in Spain.
Pero USA.
I'm from USA. Eso es. So, mira, I'm from USA. I live in Spain. Soy de Estados Unidos, pero vivo en España. Now, Lara, where's Papi from here? Do you know where it is?
USA.
Yeah, over here.
Wow, good
New
job.
York, okay?
Okay.
So this is my country here. Es grande, eh? Look at this country. This is called the United States or the USA. ¿Ves? Aquí. Y Lara, where is Spain? It's a little one. Oh, no, more. There's Spain. So when I go to visit my family, my mother, my father, I go on an airplane because I can't go on a boat. No puedo ir en barco. Tengo que ir en avión. ¿Por qué no puedo ir en barco? Porque no tengo tantas vacaciones. Entonces se tarda muchísimo. Hay un mar, un océano. There's an ocean between Spain and USA. Does anybody know the name of this ocean? Te doy una pista. It's not the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the biggest one. El Pacífico es el más grande. Pero este es igual, casi igual de grande. And it's called the Atlantic. Okay, el Atlántico or the Atlantic Ocean. Así que hoy vamos a viajar. Today we're going to travel from Spain across the Atlantic to New York, to the United States, a Estados Unidos, porque estamos celebrando, ¿qué?
What are we celebrating? La fiesta de Halloween.
No, Halloween, no!
Gracias.
What is today?
No,
Today is Thanksgiving. ¿Y qué significa thanks?
Thanks.
Es
When do we say
thank you es
When do we say thank you?
gracias. Entonces, hoy es un día.
De nada es.
You're welcome, como Maui, ¿no?
Claro.
So today, you know what we do today? In my country, en mi país, ¿sabes lo que hacemos? No tenemos cole. No tenemos que trabajar. We don't have to work. We don't have school. We get together with our family. Nos juntamos con la familia y con los amigos, como se hace en Navidad o en otros, ¿no? We get together with our family. Jugamos en el parque, comemos muchísimo, que ahora vamos a hablar de comida, que a mí me encanta comer, ¿eh? Comemos comida rica, pero más que nada, ¿sabes lo que hacemos? Pensamos en por qué estamos agradecidos. Entonces, muchas veces hay que reflejar Y en inglés decimos, yo empiezo, yo voy a decir, I'm thankful for Lara.
Oh.
Estoy agradecido que tengo Lara en mi vida. Right? Lara, what are you thankful for?
For my friends.
For your friends. Oh, see? Are you thankful for your teachers? Sí, ¿no? Les queremos mucho. Depende del día, right? Okay, so we have to think about today las cosas que estamos muy afortunados de tener, nuestra familia, nuestra salud, our health. Y claro, cuando nos juntamos todos, pues hay mucho amor y mucha comida. A lot of food. Lara, what's your favorite food? Strawberries. Yummy. Pues nosotros comemos una salsa de cranberries. Cranberries son arándanos, son los rojos estos. Cranberries.
Pero están fríos.
No se puede calentar o se puede tomar frío como quieras, pero
Me gusta frío con candela.
pero nosotros lo ponemos encima de el pavo, porque el pavo es muy tradicional hoy. We eat, ¿cómo se dice pavo? How do you say pavo in English? Turkey. ¿Y sabéis qué hace un pavo? Al menos en inglés, gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Pero, gobble, igual, gobble, gobble. Y sabes la gracia, que gobbles también significa comer a saco, que es lo que hacemos. El pobre pavo no sabe que está diciendo lo que le vamos a hacer. Gobble, gobble, gobble. So, we have turkey. El plato estrella es el pavo. ¿Habéis probado pavo alguna vez? ¿A qué sabe? What does it taste like? ¿A qué sabe? Natu, what does turkey taste like? ¿A qué sabe el pavo? Pollo, ¿cómo se dice pollo en inglés? Chicken. So hemos dicho, el turkey hace gobble, gobble, gobble. Y el chicken, la gallina. And the rooster goes. And the cow, ya que estamos con animales, the cow. And the sheep, la oveja. ¿Todos sabéis hacer eso? Pues no comemos oveja, comemos pavo este día con salsa de arándanos y os voy a enseñar una palabra súper chula. ¿Cómo se dice patata en inglés? Potato, eso es muy fácil, ¿no? Potato. Ahora, ¿cómo se dice batata? Las naranjas. Las naranjas, que son más ricas en mi opinión, tienen más vitamina también. Pues a que saben un poco dulces. ¿Habéis probado estas? Patata o boniato se dice, creo también, ¿no? Pues nosotros lo llamamos, ¿cómo se dice dulce en inglés? ¿Alguien sabe? Sweet potatoes. O sea, patatas dulces le llamamos, sweet potatoes. Y están riquísimas, sí. Te van a encantar si las pruebas, te lo juro. Están mejores que las patatas. Y luego jugamos y comemos muchísimas cosas, ¿no? Y además, esto es lo más importante, el postre. Helado se puede tomar, claro, pero siempre con un trozo de tarta al lado. O sea, hay que... Yo te he dicho que comemos muy bien este día. Pavo está muy rico. Si te gusta el pollo, te va a gustar el pavo, yo creo, ¿no? Y además lo comemos con gravy. Gravy es una salsita muy rica de carne. Es como el jugo del carne. Salsa de anchoas. Bueno, otra cosa que comemos se llama pumpkin pie. ¿Quién sabe lo que es un pumpkin?
Pues algo que está duro.
Alguien dijo Halloween antes. pues ¿qué hacemos con las sobras de Halloween? Lo tenemos para Thanksgiving. Y además, Halloween y Thanksgiving, como muchos festivos que tenemos, son para celebrar la cosecha, la comida que tenemos, para celebrar que tenemos comida y lo compartimos. Así que hoy os voy a acabar, vamos a hacer un proyecto juntos, pero te voy a enseñar una expresión que es súper chula en inglés y además rima.
A ver.
Ok, ¿qué significa to share? ¿Alguien sabe qué es share? Compartir es to share. Entonces nosotros decimos sharing is caring. Sharing is caring significa que cuando demuestras que realmente te importan tus amigos, ¿ok? So, muchas gracias y espero que un día podéis ir a Estados Unidos a celebrarlo. Y te invitamos, si estamos nosotros, estáis invitados a casa de la abuela, mi madre, la abuela de Lara, vamos todos, pero vamos a casa, cabemos todos en casa de tu abuela, Linda. No cabemos, dice que no cabemos, Lara. Quizá en casa de la abuela aquí lo hacemos, más cerca y no hay
Pero escucha, que nos hacemos muy pequeñitos, podemos estar muy juntitos, Lara.
Claro, además es mucho tiempo en el avión para estar quietos. Que Lara, ¿habéis ido en avión? Porque hay que ir en avión, no recomiendo ir en barco.
¿Tú has ido en avión?
Pues muy bien, entonces hoy y todos los días hay que estar muy agradecidos, ¿ok? Hay que estar muy agradecidos por lo que tenemos, nuestros amigos, nuestra familia, la comida, la salud, todas estas cosas que tenemos y estar muy agradecidos. Y creo que vamos a hacer un proyecto ahora de un pavo, ¿no? Si no me... We're gonna make, ¿cómo se decía pavo? Turkey, eso es. ¿Y cómo hace el pavo? Gabo, 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 gabo. ¿Y la vaca? ¿Y la oveja? Pues muy bien, ya veo que sabéis los animales. Así que muy buen trabajo. Y ahora vamos a hacer algo con las manos. Vamos a hacer pavo, pero sin horno. Pavos súper chulos que podéis llevar a casa. Y nada, que si tenéis alguna pregunta o algo, me decís.
Daniela, tú tenías la mano levantada. ¿Querías preguntar algo? ¿Qué querías preguntar?
Sí, Lara quiere mucho a sus amigos. She's thankful for, es la estructura. I'm thankful for lo que sea. Ya puedes meter lo que... Yo, por ejemplo, pizza. Es una de mis cosas favoritas. No hay respuesta incorrecta. A mí me gusta el pavo, pero me encanta la pizza. ¿Alguna preguntita más? Ah, también tomamos zumo de manzana, sidra. Vamos a ver, tenemos una pregunta, chicos.
Una curiosidad.
A ver.
¿Por qué Robert se hace este día? ¿Dónde es el origen?
Pues se supone en Estados Unidos, cuando vinieron lo que se llaman los peregrinos, the first people, la primera gente en llegar ahí, pues ya había nativo americanos, indios, como se dice también a veces. ¿Y qué pasa? Pues estaban disputando el territorio, como siempre, esto es mío, esto es tuyo, pero ¿qué pasa? Un día se juntaron, se sentaron a comer, porque había mucha comida, y dejaron de pelear. Y dieron las gracias por la abundancia. Eso es la historia, ahora no sé. Pero como todos, como Halloween, la Navidad, todo viene de celebrar los tiempos, ¿no? De la cosecha o de la nueva, ¿no? La primavera. Entonces todo al final es... ¿Y cómo son las...? Vamos a ver si sabéis. ¿Cómo se dice otoño? Do you remember in English? I told you yesterday. What happens to the leaves? They fall. So how do you say otoño? Yeah, fall or autumn, right? Pero es muy fácil. The leaves fall in the fall. Y cuando hace frío, ¿cómo se llama? Winter. Y en el verano, cuando vamos en la piscina, ¿cómo se llama that season, esa temporada, estación? It's summer. Y la primavera es spring. Spring, las 4 estaciones. Y cada uno, pues hay festivos porque siempre hay algo que celebrar, ¿ok? So, sí, viene de, pues, compartir, dar las gracias y un poco poner nuestras diferencias a un lado.
Eso, que estaban peleando y en cambio ese día
hicieron la paz.
La discusión a un lado e hicieron las paces.
Y dijeron, ¿qué es más importante aquí, comer o pelear?
Claro,
Comer.
claro. Y si juntamos la comida, tenemos mucha más
Y aportaron
comida.
cada uno comida, lo que tuvieron de su cosecha y compartieron.
Bueno, ahí no existían las chuches. Las
No,
chuches
no había
eran
chuches.
naturales, la fruta.
Pero ahora se comen los marshmallows, las nubes, como decís. ¿Ok? ¿Alguna preguntita más antes de hacer un pavo sin horno? ¿Os gusta cantar? Sí. A ver si sabéis esta canción. Head, shoulders, knees and head. ¿Esto es mi cabeza?
No.
No. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. No. Espera. Head, shoulders. Okay. Eyes and
Ears
and
mouth
and
nose.
wow, muy bien. Shoulders.
Knees and
Wow, muy bien, chicos. Que también cantamos en Thanksgiving también, o sea, se celebra. Claro, es un día para celebrar. Y de hecho, el día siguiente es Black Friday, que se supone que empieza la Navidad. De hecho, no se puede poner el árbol de Navidad ni las decoraciones hasta después de Thanksgiving. Es una regla no escrita. Pero como aquí no celebráis, pues ya me empezamos. Sí, sí, el día... Sí, ahí está. Aquí hay que esperar, porque como lo pongan, espera, te estás saltando Thanksgiving. Pero ya el Black Friday comienza ya el holiday season, ¿no?
Are we ready to sing?
Oh, qué chulo, me vais a contar una canción.
Daniela, are you ready to sing? 5 little monkeys? All together, ready? Steady, go! 5 little monkeys jumping on a bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Ouch! Mama called the doctor and the doctor said,
Hello?
No more monkeys jumping on the bed. 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
One fell off.
And bumped his head.
Ouch!
Mama called the doctor and the doctor said,
Hello?
No more monkeys
Jumping on the bed.
3 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor.
and the doctor said,
Hello?
No more monkeys
Jumping on the bed.
2
Little. Yo me perdí.
monkeys jumping on the bed.
One fell off and bumped his head. Ow!
Mama
Called the doctor and the doctor said, Hello?
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
One
little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. The doctor and the doctor said,
Hello?
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
Great job! Excellent job.
Good job. Were you singing?
Yeah. Lara está aprendiendo, ahora estamos con la de Queen, Galileo. Galileo. Que fuimos a ver un concierto de rock y tocaron todo canciones de Queen, de Nirvana, de... rockera como su padre. Sí, sí. Okay.
Okay, so are you ready to make turkeys?
Oh, wow. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Hands. Yes. Show me your hands. Are you ready? Isma, are you ready to make a turkey? Yes. Alexa, and you? Ready, Lucia? Yes. Good job.
Entonces, ¿cómo lo hacemos?
Good question, good question. ¿Cómo hacemos un pavo sin un horno?
A ver.
Porque aquí tenemos horno, pero lo están usando para hacer la comida de
Aquí no
hoy.
hay. ¿Qué podemos hacer?
En el comedor.
Dar esa buena idea. Pero habría que haberlo
O vamos a casa de tu
preparado
abuela.
Claro.
Ha invitado con su clase.
Pero es que en el comedor están cocinando.
Ya es que tienen los hornos ocupados ahora.
Claro.
Entonces, ¿qué hacemos? ¿Cómo lo podemos hacer con la mano?
Pintar.
Sí, pintamos la mano quizá y lo podemos poner en un papel. Y mira, si te fijas, estos pueden ser the feathers, las plumas, y esto puede ser la cabeza. Le podemos poner ojitos y un pico, a beak, right? Y al final parece un pavo, pero tú lo has hecho con la mano y además te lo quedas, porque así si ponéis la fecha, no sé si algunos, pero si tienes también guardado en la mano, ¿no? Así cuando lo ves de mayor dices, qué pequeñito mi mano.
Lo podemos hacer en hoja de color, ¿no? Sí. Naranja. Y lo hacemos con marrón.
Luego los padres les va a gustar cuando lo tengan en 10 años.
Venga. Esta por la pintura.